You're listening to the Mid-Monthly Spotlight, where we interview unique perspectives and professionals in the trucking industry. This month, we're Big Rig Bantering with John Drury, aka the dancing trucker who stays fit by dancing and keeps people smiling all across the country. Let's take a listen. All right, so today we're joined by John Drury, aka the Dancing Trucker, here to talk about his Dancing Trucker campaign and physical and mental health for truckers on the road. John, thanks so much for coming on the show and talking to us today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So could you just start by telling our listeners exactly how the Dancing Trucker campaign came about?
Yeah, I guess this all started back in 2011. Well, I've been kind of a dancer my whole life, going back to the mid-'80s, early '90s. I kind of grew up in that type of environment. But fast forward to 2011, I lost 100 pounds through dance fitness. And so that kind of launched me back into confidence, being confident about myself and my dancing, and just feeling really good about the accomplishment I made while driving a truck, mind you. Which is extra challenging, but it is possible. I'm living proof of that. So, yeah, I mean, that kind of launched this whole thing, and the dancing trucker movement, per se, has taken on different avenues along the way. So we just keep evolving and developing into different things. You know, currently I'm just going on street corners and dancing for smiles out in public. So I just always want to try to inspire and make a difference with my dancing.
And why do you think it's so hard for truckers to maintain not just mental health, but physical health as well while on the road?
Yeah, it's difficult. You know, I've been over the road for a little while. I'm driving locally now, but you know, I can just imagine being out there 2 and 3 weeks at a time. You know, the truck drivers are pushed a lot. I mean, they're pushed to the limit. I mean, we're allowed to have 14 hours to drive in a day, and that takes up a lot of our day. So you figure the fatigue sets in, and you get tired driving that long. And really, all the truck driver wants to do is probably get some rest and eat a good meal. And unfortunately, that meal is probably not going to be the healthiest of meals. But I mean, there are truck drivers like myself who are determined and dedicated to you know, living a healthier life and just feeling good mentally and physically, like you just mentioned. So it's definitely possible, but you have to really want it. And it's just extra challenging. I mean, it's hard for the normal person who has a 9-to-5 job or what have you that has time on their hands. These people still struggle. They still lack the self-motivation to keep going day in and day out and stick to a program. And for the truck driver, it's just extra challenging. So, I mean, that's why, you know, a lot of the truck drivers are definitely overweight and obese, but if they really want to get healthy and they really want to find a way to exercise out on the road, it is possible. I mean, you don't have to hit the gym every day. You can, you know, just simple walking while you're sitting in the dock, kind of like I did. I got out and walked instead of sitting there for 2 or 3, 4 hours, not doing nothing. Get out and walk, and you know, it's just little things. You know, get off the sugary pop, drink more water, and you know, stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And so, you know, people are really drawn to your story and just the progress you've been able to make through dancing. Why do you think people are so drawn to it? And have you received any feedback and maybe have inspired other people and they've kind of let you know that?
Actually, that means everything to me. Without the feedback, man, it's just, I think I would still dance. I think I would still, because that's who I am. I mean, inside and out, you know, God put that in me to want to help others, to want to, you know, make someone's day better some way, somehow. And the feedback is everything. And people tell me almost every day what I'm doing for them, as far as like dancing for smiles, especially. I taught dance fitness classes, by the way. I was Zumba Fitness is a dance fitness class, and I got certified as an instructor. And I taught classes, and then people would show up to class, and that means they like what I'm doing if they're showing up to my classes. And that lasted for a couple years, and I evolved in the Big John's Dance Fitness. I kind of got away from the Zumba thing because there's a lot of rules and restrictions as far as the type of music you can listen to. And I was kind of boxed in with Zumba. and I'm not the type of the be boxed in. That's not my personality. I'm a free spirit, to say the least. So I created Big John's Dance Fitness, kind of my own choreography and music that I choose to use. Just music that you hear on the radio today. Different good songs and dance music. So, Big John's Dance Fitness was my own creation, and even losing 100 pounds, I'm still a big guy. I'm not your typical dancer. I'm not your typical dance fitness instructor. There's nothing typical about me. I think that's the draw, that I'm kind of unique. You would never, ever see me on the street, never, ever think that I would have anything to do with dancing, anything. But, it's a God-gifted talent. I think you got to have rhythm. You have to feel the music. You have to be coordinated. You can't be stumbling over I don't know. Dancing's for anybody. I don't want to be critical about dancing. But I'm just myself. I think at the end of the day, I think I'm just being myself, and being myself is just someone who's willing to get out and dance in public and say, here I am. Put on my headphones and get lost in my music, and somehow, some way, people are attracted to that. They're infatuated with it. They really let me know how it's helping them. It's astonishing. Some of these people that sit at the red light. I'm an intersection junkie. That's where I get high on life. I get high on dancing. And that's where the magic happens, is on the street corner. And, I've had people express to me that they wanted their life to be over, is what the young lady told me. And she seen me dancing, and she said, no way. That was her comment to me. She said, no way. So I'm not preaching to nobody. I don't have a megaphone saying, do this, do that. All I'm doing is dancing, and somehow it's changing people's lives.
And John, going back to the coordination and the rhythm, what's some advice you would give to someone who maybe they're not coordinated on the dance floor, maybe they're just kind of shy or hesitant? Because I know not everyone's a dancer, and I myself included definitely would be a little shy when it comes to dancing. What advice would you give people?
I would just say, get out there and be yourself. And if that's what you want to do, if that's what you like to do, go out there and do it. Dance anyway. I don't think there's no one judging no one who's wanting to get out there and have some fun, be happy, have a smile on your face. If you like music, you have to like dancing somewhat. You just feel the music, and the music takes over. And you just start moving your body. It's body movement. I don't know. I guess it's called dancing, right? We move our arms, our legs, our heads, our shoulders. To me, it's great exercise. It's just a fantastic way to burn calories and get a good lather, a good sweat. There's nothing better than that for me. And I would just say, step out of the box, man. Step out of the box. Life is too short. And I've been beat over the head a couple of times in the last 3 years from the life God, saying life is too short. You better wake up, do what you want to do. If you want to go out on the street and dance, you better do it. That's the latest thing now. I dance on the street, so I'll keep doing it. As long as the people keep saying keep doing it, I'll keep doing it.
Most definitely. And what's like your favorite song or maybe band or artist to dance to, or what is best for working out even?
Yeah, just all in all, as far as a genre goes, it would be hip hop music for sure, or even like pop dance music, just like music you would hear on the radio being played. Just Rihanna, Justin Timberlake, like Drake, even Justin Bieber. I'm a fan of Justin Bieber. I know a lot of people hate Justin Bieber, but yeah, there's just a lot of good music, and it's weird because I don't know that artist, and I don't know the name of the song. Or actually, I kind of know the name of the song, but like, as soon as I hear something, I'll download it on my playlist. Like, I can dance to that, you know what I mean? So just anything I can feel a groove, feel the beat, feel the music, like I can kind of get lost in the music. That's what I try to do.
And John, how have your friends and family reacted to this campaign? What was that kind of experience like, and how they saw you kind of go through this process over the last probably 7 or 8 years?
Well, my family's been supportive. I've been with my wonderful wife, my sane wife. We kind of balance each other out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, she's been with me the whole way. My two sons have been with me the whole way, and through the weight loss, through the dance fitness certification, through the through everything. Even the unfortunate things that's happened to me. Like my mother being killed by a drunk driver and my house being burned down to the ground. Just things like that. We've all experienced. We've all been through that tragedy together, and dancing somehow has pulled us all through, because I think I'm showing my sons, like Corey at 24 and my youngest Peyton at 15, I think I'm showing them something through this. Like, if you believe in something so badly, go for it. Don't let nothing stop you. And they've been fantastic. Even going out and dancing on the street, the wife is like, what are you doing now? What are you up to now? And it seems to work out. Even at the local YMCA, I get bored too easily is my problem. So I dance on the treadmill, and that's what I was doing for about a year, dancing on the treadmill. And so yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm sure people were like taking bets on when I would fall off and bust my ass. So, so yeah, I just love being. I heard an interview of Michael Jackson here recently, one of my idols, and he said, "When I stop being creative is the day I'll die." And I'm kind of like that in a way, like I'm just always trying to be creative with this dancing and how I can be contagious and rub off on others with this kind of enthusiastic, feel good attitude I have for life.
For sure. John, it's such a powerful message, and it's so cool to see you reaching people with dance, especially in the trucking community, because, people do need more outlets to express themselves, and to be fit in the process is just great. So what's next for you? Are you still driving, or are you, sticking with the studio or trying to get that up and running?
Yeah, right now it's all dancing for smiles right now. I'm kind of going on tour. I'm going to different cities in the tri-state area, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, just local stuff that I can drive to. And of course, I'm still driving a truck, been driving for 16 years now. I'm local, so I get off at a decent time each and every day. So that allows me to be able to go out and dance when I'm done driving a truck. So I dance during the week, and then on weekends, on Sunday, I'm kind of on this tour to where I'll visit a different place in a different street corner and just kind of get out there and do my thing.
Fantastic. We've been speaking to John Drury, a.k.a. the Dancing Trucker. John, thanks so much for coming on the show, sharing your story, and just continuing to inspire others.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Big Rig Banter. For your next job, check out alltruckjobs.com, the premier online source for finding the best driver jobs in the country. Browse hundreds of positions by freight or driver type to get back on the road with confidence. Click subscribe to keep the conversations coming. Until next time on Big Rig Banter.